Morning.
Morning.
If you're anything like us, you might be wondering, are baby shows actually worth it? A lot of them are bloody expensive, a pain in the arse to get to, as we're finding out this morning. So today we're off to the baby show at XL London, which is supposed to be the biggest and best baby show in the UK. So we're going to be reviewing a few products, we're going to be listening to a few talks to see what we can learn, and we're going to be giving you our honest opinion on whether it's worth your time. Despite the fact the baby show only took up a tiny part of the XL, there was a deceptive amount going on. The list of exhibitors was pretty extensive and there were various feature areas dotted around as demonstrated on this handy treasure map. These included a baby changing area and a baby feeding cafe, although obviously neither were great for us. Lidl were the headline sponsor and had an area to advertise their Loopy Loo baby range. There was a baby show cafe which thankfully sold adult sized drinks, a couple of basic food stalls in the corner, and you could even get a cheeky massage, although I think these were directed at the pregnant women rather than the exhausted other halves. One of the things we really valued was the live talk stage, which gave an opportunity to listen to speakers on various pregnancy and newborn subjects, from sleep to breastfeeding to baby first aid, with each presentation allowing audience members the opportunity to learn through a bit of Q&A. And then we started looking at prams. Wow, there were prams, and even more prams, from a mixture of brands that we'd heard of, but also a lot of brands that we hadn't. The choice was almost a little bit overwhelming, to be honest. Some of the prices were visible, which saved a lot of awkward chit-chat with salespeople, but some didn't advertise their prices, and we found that these tended to be the more expensive brands. One of the coolest features of the day was the buggy track, which allowed us to test drive various prams over obstacles and get a bit of a feel for them. We found this was really useful in helping to narrow down our search and rule out some of those prams that were a bit more heavy or awkward. All in all, we felt like we had a pretty productive morning.
We've just taken a break for lunch after quite a busy morning. First impressions of the show actually way busier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, really busy.
Yeah, I think when we first walked in, it didn't actually look that big in there. It looked quite small. We were kind of surprised by that, but actually from having walked around it, there is actually quite a lot going on, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot more aisles and things than you think it is. It doesn't look like it's as big as it is, but actually there is loads there to look at.
And we focused on mainly prams this morning. We had a good look round. There's actually quite a good range to pick from.
Don't just have to use the buggy tractor to kind of test them out. That is good because it's got some gravel, it's got some ashtray in there, so it has got the different terrains. But obviously when you go round looking at the stalls, you do have the opportunity to push them around, you have the opportunity to put them down, pick them up. We spoke to a couple of other parents while we were waiting, or new parents I should say, while we were waiting for the buggy tracks, and actually just finding out what they were looking for and what they were doing as well.
We did actually fall in love with the eye candy pram until we found out the price, which was about 1,500 quid. We've also seen a Joey one that we quite like, so that's a lot more affordable, £600 to £700 range for a bundle. So that's one we're going to look into in a bit more detail. Yeah, the talks were quite useful as well, weren't they?
The talk that we mainly listened to this morning was sleep. That was really helpful to go through those. Just another thing that we have noticed from this morning is that there is some discounts on various products. Doesn't matter, depending on the discount, depends on kind of like the size of the items and how well known the brand is, but we have noticed some reductions in prices. Obviously you do have to order things today to get those prices.
We're about to go back in for the afternoon now. We're going to look at basically everything that isn't a pram or a stroller. We're going to see how that goes and we'll report back after that.
So after grabbing some food, we jumped back into the chaos to look at everything else that was on offer, and the sheer range of products was honestly incredible. There was so much stuff I'd never even considered, and you could easily spend a small fortune in there if you wanted to. Stalls included herbal teas, baby grows and baby clothes, there were playpens and travel cots, muslin cloths and other things that babies throw up on, embroidered clothes, personalised bags, musical toys, rocking chairs, waterproof bibs, sterilising products, baby bouncers, electronic baby bouncers if you're feeling lazy, high chairs, a range of gadgets designed to promote sleep, baby mobiles, novelty keepsakes and even breast pumps, although again they are probably for her rather than for you. Although a lot of this felt quite extra, it provided great inspiration for Lauren's baby shower list and just ideas for gifts in general. Some retailers like Mam and Tommy Tippy had some big discounts off their RRP, but it's always worth checking the price versus what you could actually get it for online, as some of those deals might not be quite as good as they seem. As Lidl were the headline sponsor, if you completed a survey at their stand, you got a goodie bag with a variety of baby bits from their Loopy Loo range for just £1, so obviously we did one each. The bags were pretty decent, with some nappies, some baby wipes, some shampoo, some pregnancy tablets and a Lidl voucher, so it was well worth taking the time to fill out the survey. Still buzzing from the high of getting Lidl freebies, I felt brave and decided to try out wearing one of the baby carriers. In this case, I had to try it with a scary looking doll who did not feel regulation weight.
Do you know what? I was expecting heavier. How are you? Yeah, I was.
I needed considerable supervision to get the thing on, which boiled down to two key reasons. One, I'd never done it before, and two, common sense is not my forte. The brand I tried on was by CarryFit. It seemed pretty good quality, but there were plenty of other brands you could try on as well. We decided to go back and get more information on the Joey Finity travel system that we'd seen in the morning, which included a pram, a carry cot, a car seat and the ISOFIX attachment for the car. It looked smart, we liked the colour scheme, and what we really valued was having someone there who could demonstrate how to put everything up and down, so we could see how easy, or not, the process was, and how much space it was likely to take up in our car. The lovely staff member then encouraged, some might say forced, me to have a go at it myself. Safe to say, I'm going to need a fair bit more practice before I'm allowed anywhere near a real child. We really liked it, but of course we couldn't go ahead without giving it a run on the test track. The good news was it was light, easy to handle, managed obstacles well, and we thought it was great value compared to some of the other brands we'd seen at just £600 for the bundle. And most importantly, it was robust enough to deal with me driving like Lewis Hamilton. That is, if Lewis Hamilton drove a buggy instead of a Formula 1 car and was a white, middle-aged baldy who acts like a bit of a pram. So we've just finished up for the afternoon. Thankfully the afternoon was a lot calmer. A lot of the people were obviously been here in the morning, so it gave us a lot more time to actually walk around and enjoy the stalls rather than being shoved around by various different crowds. We had a really good talk from a midwife, didn't we?
Yeah, that was really helpful actually. It was called the Fourth Trimester, and it was by midwife experts who create some of the products as well, which was really helpful to actually go through.
So some good advice for us there, and then actually just going around and having an opportunity to properly try some of the prams. We tried some of the car seats. We kind of got around and tried a little bit of everything. Obviously you would have seen I tried on a carrier, which went really, really well. But yeah, it gave us a really good opportunity to actually try stuff. So yeah, the afternoon was actually pretty good. We only really came today looking for inspiration, I think. We weren't really expecting to actually get something. So to actually come away with a really pretty concrete idea of what we're going to do for a pram and a car seat and stuff is a real plus for us. And I actually came into today, when we decided we were going to make this video, I was fully ready to pan the baby show and say that it was a waste of time and it really wasn't worth the effort. I have to hold my hands up, I was wrong. For us, it absolutely ticked those boxes. We came away with loads of useful information, and obviously not every baby show is going to be created equally. This particular show, the baby show at the XL, I would actually recommend. Doesn't you feel the same?
Yeah, and I'd just say if anyone does know a little bit more, because obviously we just came completely unprepared, but if anyone knows that they want to get stuff from Tommee Tippee, loads of people were coming away with that stuff, so clearly they've done their research beforehand and were hoping for a discount, and actually it means they've managed to save lots of money, whereas obviously we weren't that prepared. We didn't come for that, so we didn't just want to buy stuff just in case, but obviously that has helped some people today.
If you are that kind of person that already knows what you want and you're coming to get a discount, make sure you get here early, because actually what we found is that a lot of people were here early and some of the products with the best discounts sold out really early on. So if you are going to come to a baby show with the idea of getting your product at a better price, do your homework first and make sure you get here early. So there you have it. Hopefully that's been useful. As we mentioned, the baby show does run at other locations across the country, and you can see those locations on screen now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.